My name is Nelson Asira Otieno. I will take you through this oral abstract presentation, and our title is Using the Girl Group Leadership Model in Improving Economic Strengthening to Reduce New Incidences of HIV among Adolescent Girls and Young Women. And our case scenario is in Homa Bay County in Kenya. What to expect on our presentation today is one, I will share with you the background, of course, of the girl group leadership model. I'll tell you the project that we implement and it worked out. I will also share with you some key principles of the girl group leadership model. And then I will also share with you what is a girl group leadership model, and then we'll understand some of the key lessons we've learned from it. And then we will look at one example of a girl group that is called Superstars in Homa Bay County, Kenya. And then we will now make a conclusion on this actual girl group model, leadership model. Afterwards, I will give acknowledgement to those who made this a success. So very fast, onto our background. We all know that adolescent girls and young women are disproportionately affected by HIV/AIDS, in this sense that about 76% of new infections are on adolescent girls and young women as compared to their male counterparts. We also know that adolescent girls and young women are in need of leadership skills. They need personal development. In a world where they're competing against a lot of activities, a lot of things, they need this training and mentorship. We also know that most adolescent girls and young women lack the opportunity to assume the leadership to take charge of their health. Mostly they are affected by their male counterparts who want to control everything. You also know that personal development is key, especially in reducing HIV risk for adolescent girls and young women, as we will find out in the girl group leadership model. If you see in that photo that is there right now, you will see a group of girls seated down. They're all putting on masks, and they have a trainer standing in between them, and they're going through what we call entrepreneurship training and FCT, financial capability training, so that they know what they want to do as a group. I will now share with you what a girl group leadership model is and how it has worked in the Afya Ziwani Dreams project before. We generally grouped girls into groups of 25 to 30 when we are dealing with this when we were forming these girl groups. And then we incorporated the leadership training, as you've seen in the previous slide. The girls, after they had formed a group, they were seated down and they were being trained by a facilitator on various topics. One of them is economic empowerment, and then now they become aware of self-leadership. Or the other aspect of girl group leadership is that most of this girl group leadership invested so much on the social networks of the group, meaning that the girl became aware, the self-girl became aware, individual girls in those girl group became aware of their leadership capability, and then they grew and they knew what to do. The aim of a girl group leadership model is to actually increase the involvement of young people, or these adolescent girls and young women leading themselves. And doing that means that it reduces their risks once their social networks has been increased. It reduces their risk of transactional sex and multiple sexual partners, because now they have people to lean on, a group that identifies with them and know exactly what they want. So in this sense, I will also share with you some of the key principles of the girl group leadership model. In this case, we will start with the social networks. If you can see my screen, what is on the screen is a group that is already synergized and they are already planning. And it means social networks is the first pillar of the girl group leadership model. It means that we need this girl to increase her social network. It means when a girl is a member of a group of 25 adolescent girls and young women, she becomes responsible and she becomes accountable to about 21 of those girl groups. So in this sense, I also share with you the second principle of this model, where we increasingly engaged girls in economic empowerment, even during the COVID-19 era. All of them realized that after coming together, they chose their leaders, and now they knew what they want to do. They started business, they started saving money, they started making soap. So I will share with you what the Superstar girl group is doing in Homa Bay. And the third pillar is the leadership. As I've said, they come realize that they themselves can lead themselves, they can plan for themselves, and this makes them be self-aware. And that leads us to the fourth principle, which is fulfillment and purposeful living. Girls who lead themselves, girls who are accountable to themselves in the long run are living a fulfilled life and a purposeful living. So I will also share with you key lessons we learned during the implementation of our AGYW project, the Girl Dreams. It means that the girl group leadership model showed a good opportunity for girls to increase their social protection, as I had said. And this model also has given them an ability to start businesses, as I've said. This model has given adolescent girls and young women an opportunity to rise in their leadership skill, in their leadership career. Some of these adolescent girls became project coordinators, some of them became project officers, some of them are already rising to ranks and becoming mentors, and they were able to start their own enterprises. I will share with you our case scenario of Superstars Girl Group, who adopted this leadership model in March 2020. And afterwards, they also got registered, and they are actually having a membership of 25 adolescent girls and young women right now. So they have been able to just manage the COVID-19 economic terror that everyone is going through in the world. And actually, they are making soap. They are selling soap, and out of the proceeds that they make, they actually go and loan out their members who borrow and return with interest. Right now, they have saved up to over 10,000 Kenya shillings since they started last year, and the interest that they have accrued is more. The girl in that photo right now is called Akinyi, the one holding the pail. And Akinyi is the girl group leader of this girl group called Superstar. And she's showing the rest of the team how to make soap and how to sell. So they are all engaged in their soap. In conclusion, as I end, girl group leadership model is very key in reducing their HIV risk among adolescent girls and young women. Why? Because they have a better network, they can lead themselves, and now they are championing for matters that affect them directly. They are also role models to people in the community. So this model is a sure enabler and an adaptation in any circumstance, has been proven by the previous engagement of the adolescent girls and young women. As I finish, I want to acknowledge the IAS 2021 conference organizers for having organized this conference and allowing us to share our abstract with my co-author, Mary Muya of Nope Kenya. I also appreciate Nope Kenya and also the Dreams Leadership. Thank you so much. That was my